What kind of a world do you want to live in?
I want to live in a world where love, joy, peace, and happiness is appreciated, and where everyone is seen through the same frame of glasses, no discrimination, no oppression, and that's what I want in my world.
I would like to live in a world where people are forced to think.
I want to live in a world where there is no class systems and everybody is equal.
I want to live in a world where people are open to others' thoughts and beliefs.
I want to live in a world where people are related to each other somehow.
I want to live in a world where people appreciate everything that they have and don't waste it.
I want to live in a world where there's no global warming.
And I want to live in a world where nobody's judged for being themselves.
I want to live in a world where people work together. Is that good?
Well, I want to live in a world where everyone is completely accepted, and it's not just because you do this and that's why I like you, or you're a basketball player and I like you when we're on the court, but I don't like you outside of that. Like, I would love to see everyone getting along just because they're people and we all love each other.
I want to live in a world where every decision one makes is environmentally conscious.
I want to live in a world where we can fix things and get better each day this world.
I want to live in a world where beauty is more about the poetry and rhythm of the world than an airbrush model in a magazine.
I want to live in a world where we can have fun.
I want to live in a world where violence is never the answer.
I would like to live in a world where people can realize that you can have heaven on earth today. The very world we stand on, heaven can be present. It just has to do with the choices you make in life. Thank you.
I want to live in a world where there's less suffering for all beings.
I want to live in a world where I can be who I am without fear of violence or retaliation.
I want to live in a world with equality for everybody and there's no discrimination, no one is judged for being who they are. People can just be free to say and do what they want all over the world.
I want to live in a world where there's no poverty, disease, equality, and freedom.
I want to live in a world where everyone accepts that the planet will treat them the same way that they treat the planet.
Yeah, I want to live in a world where everyone is equal, no rich person, no poor person, everyone's spending the same money. Yeah.
I want to live in a world where everyone can choose who they want to be.
I want to live in a world where everyone is born and treated equally.
I want to live in a world where people hold hands.
Well, actually, I want to live in a world where there is no suffering. Where there's no suffering of any form.
I'd like to live in a world where peace is not an option, but the absolute. I love you, man.
I love you too.
I want to live in a world where least developed countries will have the resources to continue on from a disaster. Like, they'll have the resources for shelters and to have food and supplies to carry on.
I want to live in a world where there's peace and equality and acceptance for everyone.
I want to live in a world where everyone is happy.
I want to live in a world where there's equal opportunity for both men and women, and there's no gender bias in the global society.
I want to live in a world where children are no longer exploited and everyone has equal rights and there's no more poverty, and where nobody would exploit all of our natural resources, and where everybody would be happy and there would be no more war, for sure.
I want to live in a world where anyone can walk down the street and be treated exactly the same as the person next to them.
I want to live in a world where no one suffers. Everyone will have privilege. Everyone will live to see the next day as being better and not being worse. Hey, let's move on.
True,
fate lies in your destiny. Choose your destiny.
What kind of world do you want to live in?
I want to live in a world where everybody's treated equally. What kind of world do you want to live in?
I want to live in a world where everybody breaks into synchronized dance in the middle of the street. Well, no, I actually want to live in a world where everybody, no matter what kind of person they are, is loved and respected for who they are.
I also want to live in a peaceful world. That
Peaceful's
would be
good.
nice.
Peace is good. Yep, yep. Oh, we are saying like.
Two people there. Yeah, are we missing anybody? Okay, we're missing someone there and someone there. Okay, we're getting more like this.
I'm here.
Come on.
I'm filling the gap.